Hi, this is Irina Arteva, and you are listening to the Healing Meditation for You. So, I invite you to find yourself being comfortable. You can sit down and relax, or lie down and relax in a place where you know no one will disturb you. You can put your phone on silent mode or airplane mode, and yeah, just to make sure that you have the space and time just for you. So let's begin. So I invite you to close your eyes and tune into your breathing. Just place all of your attention awareness onto your breath. Release everything from your mind, any worries from your day, anything to do, anything you've done before this moment. Just let it all go for now. You can always come back to it if you want to after this meditation. So, now I invite you to scan your body from your head to your feet to your toes, and just when you scan, just see if there are any specific places that actually stand out and ask for some love, some attention. If there is any like tensions anywhere or something like that, just scan and see how is your body doing right now. And after you've done that, maybe you actually stepped on one area already that feels the most prominent at this moment. Or if you found a couple of those areas, maybe just pick one for now. And when you have that area in your awareness, I invite you to just invite love of the universe into this moment, into this picture, to surround you completely and surround this place that feels maybe a bit tense, a bit sore, um, or any other feeling that you have in this area. So just allowing love to come in and to gently actually touch this area and allow this area to receive that love, to receive a bit of that love and attention from universe. And when anytime we do this, anytime we actually interact with higher frequencies of existence, be it love, be it grace, be it peace, bliss, any of those high feeling states that feel really good for us, they actually help us to bring up the vibration of any other parts of us that feel a bit low, that feel a bit like on a lower frequency vibration, which is why we might feel like pain or tenseness in some of the areas in our body or mind. So yeah, so we allow right now to let this area to interact a bit with this love, and just relax, just allow this area to relax into the love, knowing that it is being taken care of. And maybe you can even imagine that love itself is massaging this area with this like softness. And when it does massage it, it's like any bits and pieces of the things that created that tension actually being released into the love. And we don't need to even know what is being released. It is enough to just know that it is being released. Anything that's no longer serving you, and yes, all of that is allowed to be released now into the love, being completely disengaged from you, completely dissolved into the space, into the love, into the beingness. So now when you did that, yeah, you can just imagine and know that you released something. You released something, maybe something will even come to your awareness, what it was, or maybe not. Just letting it go, whatever is ready to dissolve, resolve, release from you today. And now we are just inviting more of that love frequency energy to actually come in and to feel those spaces that God created in your body, in your mind, in your feeling state, in your energy, to be filled with a fresh new energy from universe. And this is like a creative energy, that anything can be created out of this energy. So it is pure potential energy. And yeah, just allowing that to now come in and to feel. You can just imagine, you can maybe imagine being washed over by beautiful rainbow light, white light, gold light, or kind of being like standing under the waterfall and just allowing that water, pure water, to just cleanse you out, to cleanse your whole body, and to awaken your body, awaken your energy, your well-being, to kind of sparkle, to kind of like awaken, to be alive. So yeah, so now you can imagine sparkly energy all around you, inside of you, everywhere, everywhere in you. And just if you still feel tense in some other place, let's right now focus on that actually, to allow that as well to release and heal, and maybe multiple areas at once. Just keep doing this. Just hold this image of this love kind of washing over those places, softening those places, releasing the tension from these places, and feeling it with a new fresh energy that's really helpful and supportive for your next steps, for your life, for your soul, for everything you came here to do. So as that is being done, you can just kind of like move your body a little bit. You can still keep your eyes closed. Just allow your body to sort of move and stretch as it does that. You can imagine like even more light coming in and feeling your whole body, mind, energy, emotions, all of those things just being filled with fresh new light, creating wholeness in your being, creating light in your being, and abundance and good feeling states. And I actually feel for us right now to actually ground that energy. So the way we're gonna do it, you can just imagine the cord of light from your root chakra being like going down into earth and into the center of the earth. You can just imagine and know exactly that you know how to do it, even if you don't know in your mind, you know intuitively. So just allowing this cord of light to come into the earth, connect with the center of the earth, which is a very beautiful energy of the earth, very supportive, very loving, very safe. And so with that connection, allowing all the access of energy that you no longer need to kind of like go all the way through this cord into the earth and to fully cleanse you. So you can keep imagining that the fresh energy of source, of light, of universe is cleansing you, kind of washing over you, and the excess of the stuff you don't need, as well as excess of that energy you don't need that much of, is being just cleansed out through this cord into the center of the earth. And earth knows exactly how to transmute everything. It loves to help us to transmute any energies as well, and to keep us like connected and grounded to this earth plane. So just allowing all of that to happen right now. And when it does, we can just also imagine the beam of light of this like golden warm energy from the center of the earth coming up on this cord of light in our body and nourishing our whole body with this grounded energy of earth. And yeah, just intuitively knowing when it's done. And again, there is nothing for you to really do. This is just you imagining and allowing any healing to be done by your own higher intelligence that knows how to do it. And yeah, so now I invite you to as you have your eyes closed, to allow the screen to appear before you. And on that screen, we can always like sort of like we can view anything, any energy of anything, any situation, any memory of something. This is how we can also work with energy. So, and as you know probably, that everything, at least how I see it, everything is made from energy and everything comes from energy. So even the physicality of things actually comes from energy first. So that's why I love to work with energy, because it is a deeper level, a layer of life, which when we work on that, when we heal that and shift that, we actually experience changes in physical as well. So, so as we look at this screen before us with this intention to heal something for today, we invite any situation that maybe you've experienced recently or still experiencing right now, any challenge, any mind struggle, something you are sort of working through but cannot seem to get passed by, or just maybe just like the feeling of like being tired or exhausted or like something like that, anything, just invite that onto the screen. So first, of course, pick what it is you are inviting, what kind of situation for today, the most present that you want to look into, and just let it, like, let your heart pick that, not your mind but your heart, because your heart knows what is always the best to work on for any moment. So yeah, so when we invite that, so just envision that situation sort of being forming an image on that screen of the energetic component of that whole story, of that whole situation. And just trust yourself. Whatever comes onto the screen, just trust that. So when you have that on your screen, the way it looks, maybe you see person on the screen, maybe that person represents you, maybe that person represents someone else, maybe it's something entirely different. Just like stay with your image and see how it looks like, and then see where might be sort of like a place of discord on that image, like what as it appears is out of place a little bit, or out of integrity with the whole picture, or what is the cause of that whole picture being the way it is. Like maybe there is some like anger on the picture, so where is it coming from? What is the place on that whole picture that like kind of like causing it? And yeah, just again, trust yourself. So maybe it's like if it's a conflict with some other person, for example, maybe um, that place of discord is like it's just the space between these two people. So then, as you look at that, so now kind of zoom in onto that place, and again, just trust yourself. Just trust yourself, or pick just one place that kind of speaks to you. It can be a thing, it can be like whatever is on your screen, I don't know, but maybe like a table, like a tree, or whatever that is. and and then see what about this object or thing or space that is out of balance. Like, what is the message of it? Like, what it really wants, what it wants to tell you if it could talk. Does it need? That is a good question. Like, what does it need? Because usually the things that are out of balance, they need something to kind of come back to love, come back to this like wholeness and well-being, and yeah, oneness with the rest of the universe. So just ask that and see what comes up. Yeah, for example, for me, like what I heard right now, what does it need is to let it go. That's what it needs. So it doesn't, it's sort of like it doesn't really need my any more of my attention on it so much, because sometimes when we like where sometimes the problems we create is we actually create them by focusing on something that we choose to focus on. It's like the problem is not even as a problem until we kind of make it a problem with our attention and awareness, and like, you know what I mean. So yeah, so just see for yourself, what does it need, your thing, what it needs. And then we're gonna do that, but we're gonna give that thing whatever it needs to it, whatever it asked for, whatever it can be, just even little thing, maybe just the first step to start healing that. So imagine doing that, and now look at the screen and see how everything has changed. And then see again, like, because I feel like it might be still in the middle of the process. Maybe it's completely resolved now and your picture looks perfect and great and rainbows and lights, and or just like the peace and goodness of it. Or maybe there's something else that still is now wanting some attention to keep healing. So take a look, if like what is now a cause of this image or any imbalance in that image. And as you see that, again ask, what does it need? And just give it to that. Give it what it needs. And again, we're gonna repeat that, like see how the image has changed. And we're just going a little bit faster now because you already used to the process. So now we're gonna take a look, okay, how did it change? If it did. Or if it didn't, just see now maybe there is something else that needs our attention. Or if it's changed, like notice how it did and see again if there is anything else that needs our attention to keep healing this image towards even more love and goodness and peace. And yeah, so just see. And again ask, what does it need, that place? And give it to that. And then see how the things changed. And see, okay, is there anything else? And what does it need? And give it to that. And see again how things changed. Is there something else that needs your attention? And what does it need? And give it to that. And you may start noticing how you start to actually feel differently in your body, in your mind, like actually in your body. Um, because everything we do on an energy level, even just sort of like imagining, it's actually already healing and helping us. So just also notice that, and yeah, if that is happening, that's perfect. And maybe that has healed, but something else comes in now. Maybe some other part of your body kind of want to talk and project something onto the screen to deliver its message to you or to have some healing from you. Or you may keep working on what it is you are working on. Just trust yourself. Whatever feels like you want to do that, do that. For me, I'm just projecting the new image on it because other there is some other energy that sort of like wants to speak to me to keep going with this healing, because sometimes the things are connected, and as we heal one situation, there is actually something else that is actually very connected, and we need to heal another thing before we can totally let go of that first thing. So yeah, so just see your image, just see how it looks. And just see now what is the cause of that image being the way it is, of any discord in that image, any imbalance in it. And when you see what it is, see and ask it, what does it need? And give it to that. And see how image has changed, if it did. And now see again what is the cause of that image being the way it is on the screen. Just see on the screen what part of that image is creating the imbalance of that image, what object, situation, person, energy in that image is the center of it being the way it is, or the cause of it being the way it is. And just see what does it need, and give it to that. And then see how your image changed, if it did. For me, like entirely the whole image disappeared, which is great. For me, it represents total healing. It's like white screen. It's like, oh cool, all of that like gone back into oneness, into nothingness. So that's beautiful sign for me. And then so I'm inviting another image, and for you to, if you feel you want to keep going with this anytime, you can actually stop if you feel like this is enough for you, and you can rewind to the last couple of minutes of this audio to finish with it, with the healing. But I'm just gonna do another round for those of us who still feel like we want to work on something here. So just either project new image or keep going with the one you have on the screen. I'm just gonna give a second for you to kind of scan your body right now and see if you have new image coming up, just to see what part of the body wants to talk. Or yeah, it's usually a good way to start. Or sometimes just in your mind, anything active in your mind, any situation or something like that can also speak and come onto the screen. Just pick one and just invite it on the screen to form, for energy to, for this energy to create the image of how it looks. And just trust whatever shows up is perfect for you to see right now. And again, just see what is the cause of that image being the way it is. And when you find it, see and ask it, what does it need? Kind of what kind of change it wants, what kind of change it needs to heal. And give it to that. And see how your image changed. And you can always give everything it needs energetically. It's like there is no limit. You are limitless being. So there is everything you have access to in this realm of energy. So yeah, so now see how the image changed. And the very last time, let's just see if there is anything else that wants to speak and come onto the screen, or you keep going with what you have on the screen and see, yeah, just see the image, what it is now. And just see what is the cause of that image, any distress in that image, or any place that just can be improved even more into love and oneness and well-being. So what is the cause of it being the way it is, and what does it need? And give it to that. And see how the image changed. So feel free to do another round on your own if you want to. You can rewind back a couple of minutes to have the guide and recording of me speaking to this to make it easier for you. And um, but otherwise, for those of us who feel complete, I'm gonna close this meditation for us by just calling all the bits and pieces of you, of your soul, of your energy back to you, and allowing all the things that were released today to completely release from you, and any things in the way of this healing also to release, transform, be deleted from your whole body mind system, any place in time, any realities and dimensions to totally release and be disappeared into nothingness, so that you may actually have yourself back. You may have your own energy back in your body, in your system, in your energy field. And yeah, just allowing your own intelligence right now to guide your energy to come back into balance, allowing all this healing that occurred today to be integrated for you in the most beautiful, easeful way. And your body knows how to do it. There is nothing for you to do. Just allowing everything in the way of that to release, transmute, transform, allowing your body to find this new balance within itself, this new ease and flow within itself. Just notice how you feel right now. If you feel any lighter, any better. And yeah. So with this, I invite you to just move your fingers, toes, just allowing your awareness, attention come back into your physical body, into the room where you are in, the environment where you're in. You can start like listening the noises outside, what is happening outside, and when you're ready, you can gently start to open your eyes, bringing yourself completely back into this present moment, into the now. You can also journal and write down what you discovered. Maybe there were some like aha moments for you, some healing moments for you, that some new awareness that actually came to you that you didn't see the things the way that way before, like this energy has showed you, or what it needed. Because for me, I did see something I didn't like saw before, didn't expect to see. In a way, it's like, it's amazing when we have different awareness on something, suddenly the things seem like, that's when they're healing, that's when they are changing, because we see the more aligned or more like balancing perspective towards things, which is amazing. So yeah, so just, you can journal after this, you can just like stretch and move your body around, and drink a lot of water to help your body also integrate and keep releasing the things you don't need anymore. Maybe go outside for the sunshine and some nature time. So thank you so much for listening. This was a healing with Irina Arteva, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time for some other healings or things. Have a beautiful day.